106 miles to Chicago. We got a full tank of gas, half a pack of cigarettes. It's dark, and we're wearing sunglasses. Hit it.
Wednesday, May 15th. I'm your host, Gabe Eltate. This is Double Impact. I'm here with the great, the amazing, midnight lover himself, Jericho Green. And tonight we have a very special guest, a good friend of the show. He is back. Todd Senofonte. How you doing, guys?
I'm back. Did you guys miss me?
We did.
A little bit, yeah.
Cried like a baby, man. Every day. Waiting for you to come back.
Sometimes I'll see someone do a jump kick. I'll get a little misty and go, man, what would Todd say about that? You know,
or throw back a couple 2-3 Rolling Rocks. You know,
there you go. Is that a Pittsburgh thing or is that a Pennsylvania?
Thing? Pennsylvania. Rolling Rock was a beer. You know,
is the other big one out there the Yingling, or how do you say it?
We drank legally. What
is Yingling or Youngling?
Yingling, yeah. Schlitz, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, right. Schlitz, man, that's going back. That's going back.
Holy
Todd, I got a question for you, Todd.
Uh-oh.
What is your favorite Italian dish and who makes it the best?
Fettuccine Alfredo.
Wow.
Where's the best you've ever had?
Good question. The best ever? My mom's.
There you go.
Now, does she put meat in it or just the sauce and the pasta?
No, just the sauce.
Okay.
What I'll do is I will, like if we're on location or something, I'll find a restaurant that has fettuccine Alfredo, and I'll test it out, you know. Mm-hmm. And of course, my my judgment goes back to mom.
Yeah.
So no, your mom's not opening a jar of ragu in the kitchen there or nothing.
I mean, all the sauces, but I just love that, you know, the white cream,
right.
And you can't. I mean, it is, you know, when it's made right, it's got a lot of fat in it and calories, but you know, once in a while, you know, I indulge.
It's hard to beat. Did you bring that up because the poll of polls, Jericho?
No, I just thought about it when the intro was playing. I just thought, you know, that'd be a good question.
Well, Todd, every episode I put a poll up for the viewers, and then I never go back to the poll to see who won. But I did put up
lasagna,
food, ravioli, lasagna, spaghetti, or pizza. I would go pizza. Pizza is my favorite food, period. So I'm gonna go pizza, but anyone feel free.
You can't go wrong with pizza. My mom makes a good lasagna too.
I would say spaghetti. And I love lasagna, but I know this sounds weird because it's one of the main ingredients, but I'm not a big fan of ricotta cheese. I'm not.
Get out of here. Get him out of here.
Yeah, get this guy out of here.
See you later.
But spaghetti, yeah. Good spaghetti, I'm there.
Get this. What's now, if this is a super offensive word, I apologize, but I heard it on The Sopranos. Mulian. What does that mean, Todd? Do you know?
Wow. That's extremely offensive, by the way.
What does it mean? I literally don't know.
Listen to Jericho.
Don't say it.
Yeah, I would be the expert on that, I guess.
Is that an
No, it's the Italian version of the N-word. So thanks.
Oh, whoa.
Thanks,
Way to go. Way to go, Gabe.
I
Good
would
job,
hear
man.
them say it on the show. They would call people like Fanute and all these words, and I was like, "What
You're
is
not
any of this
canceled
mean?"
already. Jeez.
So,
Yeah, well, I'm glad you didn't go around in public saying, "Hey, Mulian, what's up, Mulian?" Yeah.
I literally
Keep
don't
that to
know.
yourself.
I don't
Keep
speak
that
any
to yourself,
Italian.
Gabe.
I don't speak any
Say it in
Italian. I say
silence.
pizza.
Yeah, we can tell you don't speak any
I
Italian
don't
because
say
that
it at
one. Oof.
I speak Spanish and a little bit of French. So
All right, well, let's stick to that.
Oui.
so
Oui.
Diesel says he prefers Guido. That is his word of choice. That is his word of choice. Okay. Now, how Italian are you, Mr. Senofonte?
You mean a scale of what to what?
I mean, do you do this a lot when you talk, or?
I use my hands when I talk,
Okay.
But once in a while, hey.
I do wonder. So my dad's from Libya, which is literally directly south of Italy. There's got to be crossover in the genetics. I mean, my dad looks like a Roman sculpture, and he has hazel eyes.
Well, my dad's grandfather was from Calabria, and my mom's side is Welsh. So 75% Italian and then quarter Welsh.
Okay. All right.
But I say Italian.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, there's got to be some crossover because, the first thing people do when they go to a new land or conquer, they're going to.
I mean, you were a sailor, Jericho. What would you do if you sailed from Italy to Libya? What would be the
first thing I would do? Like, hey, you guys going to go eat? No, not me. But whenever you release a young virile men on a population, that's exactly what's going to happen.
So you're 75% Italian, a little bit of Welsh. I'm half Arab, half Mexican. Jericho actually 75% Japanese, only a quarter black.
Yeah, imagine that. I am let's see, my grandfather on my dad's side was half German, so that would make my dad a quarter, make me an eighth German.
Oh wow!
But everything else, I'm not sure.
Where were they in the 30s and 40s? Any idea?
My dad's side of the family, they were Mississippi.
I'm just teasing you, dude. German 30s.
Oh, the Germans. Yeah, they were getting together doing some stuff over there. They had this one guy in charge. I can't remember his name. But they were getting kind of crazy over there.
Oh, okay. So Todd, it's been a while since you've been in. Mm-hmm. And we talked. You mentioned Darkness of Man, but I don't think we've ever talked about it on here, have we? I don't think we have. I think we talked the first time just in general about your career and working with Van Damme, doing all that.
Well, the last time I was on, we discussed Double Team, right?
Right.
Yes.
The stuff with the Worm himself, who turned, I think, 63 just yesterday. I think I saw that on Twitter that it was Dennis Rodman's. I think it was Dennis Rodman's birthday yesterday. So, yes.
Getting old, my goodness.
Yeah.
Dennis Rodman 63. Wow.
Right.
Yeah, the whole the story about the tiger and phoning your mom real quick.
Yeah, right.
Before you did that scene. Like,
for the scene. Hey, mom, hey,
how you doing? Just want to check in with you.
Just in case.
About to go over here with a tiger for a scene.
Nice little kitty.
Wow. Yeah.
Right.
But you did a great job on that one too. That's one of my favorite scenes in that movie.
Right. Yeah. Can I ask you, what was Mickey Rourke like? Did you get to interact with him at all?
Yeah, really nice. I mean, all these actors that I've worked with, there's really personable people, but of course, the tabloids, they get all these bad reputations, but I have nothing bad to say about any of the actors or actresses that, are on with us.
Yeah, I think it's different. I mean, I work in comics. It's not the same as movies and TV, but I would read the comic book press and read comic book Twitter and see things said about people and rumors and stories. And then living the life of a comic book artist, writer, and all that, and knowing these people personally, I'm like, that's not exactly how that happened, or that's exaggerated. Mm-hmm. I remember the great comedian who I love, Adam Carolla, said, if you want to know if the news is fake, just have a story written about you. Get interviewed. And I remember my university interviewed me after I'd graduated for 10 years. They had me draw the cover to the alumni magazine, and they asked me all about my life as a comic book artist and this and that. And when I read the article, it literally was things I did not say to them. Just made up shit. That was exactly backwards, some of it. I don't know. So, yeah, absolutely. There's what we know when we meet the people and hang out with them in real life. And then there's what the media, if it bleeds, it leads. So they want a juicy story. So I get that. Mm-hmm. So, but I think, go ahead, Jared.
No, go ahead, Gabe.
I was going to say, I asked about Mickey Rourke because he always seemed to me like He reminded me of Marlon Brando, like a very intense actor is how he comes off to me. Like a super focused, disciplined, intense guy. I don't know. Did he strike you that way? Like a really
He's talented. I mean, he's just
right.
He's up there with the legends.
Okay, that's how it struck me always, like a modern day sort of Marlon Brando kind of guy or something like that. So go ahead, Jericho. Sorry.
Now, when a movie's coming out and you hear, the critics and stuff talk about the movie, I guess they see it early before the general public and stuff like that. Is that something that you look at to kind of see how people are feeling, or is that something kind of like not reading the comments, on social media? Like, do you stay away from that?
No, it's normal, but we haven't heard anything yet because it's not going to be streaming until the 21st of May. So haven't really heard anything yet.
I mean, but in the past, in general,
oh, yeah,
something you like to look at?
Of course, yeah. Like to know what people think, and it's funny that some people that when they don't like it, why they don't like it, and it's good to read. Besides the people that really like the project.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
the Ragu Overlord, been around here forever. Hello, Ragu. He says he, meaning Mickey Rourke, was good in Iron Man 2. Yeah, Mickey Rourke has been good in most things he's been in, man. He's an intense dude, I think. I don't know him, but he comes off that way to me, like a dude that takes this very seriously.
I saw him a few times at Cafe Roma in Beverly Hills. He always has a little doggy with him. Nice personal guy.
Very cool.
You wouldn't think Mickey Rourke would have a little tiny dog. That's pretty cool.
For those of you that don't know, Jean-Claude Van Damme has his latest action thriller called Darkness of Man. It comes out on streaming on, what'd you tell me, Todd? Apple Plus and
Amazon Prime, May 21st.
That's Tuesday, Taco Tuesday. You can get some tacos and then watch Todd be a stunt double and a what is the other thing when you do the stand-in also?
Photo double.
Okay. Photo double and stunt double for Van Damme in this awesome new action movie. Have you seen it yet in full? Have you seen it yet, or just the edit? Oh no. Oh, okay.
Just the trailer. I mean, the trailer looks really good. So they did a great job.
It does. And do you happy belated birthday to you, Todd.
Todd is
from Diesel. Thank you, Diesel.
Diesel's one of the great ones, man. He's always around here.
Oh, he's a Raiders fan too.
Yeah, he's a Raider fan. So we'll go
black and silver. We got black and gold here, black and silver there. Then we got who do you
49ers.
United.
Red and gold.
You're both Niners?
And then the
you like the Niners too?
No, I'm from Greeley, Colorado.
The Broncos. Okay.
I'm the fan of the greatest franchise in the history of sports, Denver Broncos.
Well, I don't know about that. But
hey, you know what team has the most consecutive sellouts in a row in America? The Denver Broncos. Greatest fan base in America.
But what are they selling out to see?
Super Bowl championships. Do you know that they have less losing seasons than Super Bowl appearances until the last 8 years when they went in the toilet? But up into the Peyton Manning Super Bowl, they were the best team in pro sports in the last 35 years.
Mm-hmm.
Don't ask me anything about the Broncos because I know everything about them. I sort of love them. Sort of love them.
Congratulations.
Yes, thank you.
Congrats.
There's a bump. Like, if you guys don't understand, like, I don't know how much time you've spent in Colorado, or if any, either of you. It's like a state law to love the Broncos there. People wear orange and blue year round. If you tune into sports radio in Denver, they talk Denver Broncos 7 days a week, 365 days a year. They don't talk about like basketball, hockey, and football much at all. It's
Never
Broncos.
Not even the Nuggets.
They talk about them now that they're winning, but it's like Broncos day and night. The only other place I've heard that's like this is Pittsburgh. Actually, I've heard that
Nation is
black and gold, like day and night, black and gold.
There are more Steeler bars in California than there are Niners, Raiders, and Chargers.
You know, living here in San Diego, going to the Charger games is always a home game for the other team. I've been to Bronco Charger games here when the team was still here, the Chargers, and the stadium was mostly orange. It was sad for the Chargers. They were always outnumbered.
Southern California has no sports loyalty. I mean, there's so much going on down there, but a lot of people aren't even from there. Up here with the Niners, that's a pretty serious loyalty with the Niners, but down south, that's a tough one to pull the loyalty. I mean, maybe the Lakers, but that's kind of a place to be seen too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody courtside is not a diehard like a Jack Nicholson or something.
No.
It's usually the latest slut
I'm
there
so
to be
glad.
photographed.
Yeah, we'll get to Darkness of Man, but now we're in Sports Talk Radio with our guest Todd Senofonte from Pittsburgh.
Hey.
But I'm so
not from
glad.
Pittsburgh. I'm from Scranton. I was,
Right, that's right. He's from where The Office is supposed to take place with Michael Scott.
Well,
and all.
Dunmore, Pennsylvania, but I say Scranton because Scranton's on the map, and that's why I say Scranton.
How small is Dunmore? Is it one of those places with like 2 or 3 stoplights, or?
That's small.
Okay.
No, it's
How'd you fit?
how many? There's got to be about maybe like a population of, I'm guessing maybe 30,000.
Oh, okay. So it's very small.
Up the
Good
Google
size.
it.
Okay.
That's a good size small town. I remember when I had you on my channel, I asked you a sports question. I said, which would you rather have first? And you said another Steelers championship for sure. You said it pretty quick too.
Oh yeah, or the Pirates. You said right?
Yeah. You said Steelers. No, no question.
No, I was way off. Dunmore's population is only like 14,000.
Oh wow.
Okay, that's a real small town.
Diesel says Raiders were Steel Girls. Diesel points out Joe Bribham is from Scranton.
That's what he says.
Did you know? Did you know Joe Biden at all? You're much younger, but is there any connection there? Did you know any Bidens in Scranton, Dunmore?
No.
Okay, good for you. Lucky you.
And Diesel also said that the Raiders play the Steelers in Pittsburgh, so that'll be a W for the Steelers. That's good.
Right. The Steelers will be in Denver week 2, bringing Russell Wilson back to Denver to quarterback the Steelers.
Oh, get his booze now.
That's going to be interesting.
How do you feel about that, Todd? How do you feel about having Russell Wilson?
I feel good. I mean,
so did I.
Steelers
so did I 2 years ago.
But when the Steelers get a quarterback, he's not going to perform like he did in Denver.
Mm-hmm.
Tomlin's going to set him straight.
He'd better. That was.
And I like picking up Justin Fields too. So every week dominated the draft. I was happy with all the draft picks. So I'm excited.
Tomlin doesn't lose. He doesn't have. I don't think he's had a losing season yet.
Never
since he's been there. So yeah, he does not lose.
Yeah, the worst he's done is finish 500, right?
Yeah.
So he's fantastic coach. Yeah,
not bad at all.
What great ownership for the Steelers. I think in their history they've had 5 or 6 coaches, right? Like they've had. Well, they had Cowher, they had Tomlin, they had Chuck Noll, and then who else?
Chuck Noll, Cowher, and Tomlin.
No, that can't be it. There was no one before Chuck Noll.
You mean you're talking about like back in the 30s or the?
I mean, like altogether, they've literally only had 5 or 6 coaches. Their coaches are there forever. With
the 3 known ones, Noll,
right,
Cowher, and Tomlin.
That's insane. That's great ownership, though. Really,
it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you go back far enough, I'm sure you could find another one. But yeah,
Broncos have had about 5 coaches in the last 8 years, so that's awesome. So 5 coaches, about 12 quarterbacks.
You got old Sean Payton, so we'll see what he can do with another year.
I think we're gonna do it this year. I think we'll make the playoffs.
So Jericho, you're probably biting your nails during the Super Bowl, weren't you?
Oh my God.
No, there was no nail biting. There was a lot of anger. That play by the end zone when the lineman pulled the wrong way. And Chris Jones was in Purdy's face in about a half a second. And Brandon Ayuk's defender fell down, and he was alone standing there in the end zone like this. That's when I said, kids, we're at somebody's Super Bowl party. Let's go.
They started off crazy. I mean, it was a good game.
It was. And then 2 weeks before that against the Lions, with that comeback.
Oh, yeah.
Looking good. But that damn Patrick Mahomes.
Dude, he's here to stay, that Mahomes. He can't be denied. That kid's going to win like 2 or 3 more Super Bowls.
Hey, if he stays healthy, the sky's the limit for him, man.
He's not even 30, guys.
I know.
Yeah, that's crazy, man. He's I think another one he'll be nipping at Brady's heels for sure.
I think easily he'll nip at Brady. Oh, geez.
I don't know. 7.
If he stays healthy. Yeah, that's a big thing.
He stays healthy. Yeah, if he stays healthy.
Because Brady was very healthy. He missed 1 year, maybe. He was very healthy. But Mahomes, if he can stay healthy, he's a problem. If they can keep at least decent pieces around him, he's a problem. But that's one thing with Brady. He had a bunch of scrubs around him, and he turned them into household names. So
did you guys see the Netflix roast of Tom Brady?
Oh yeah,
I saw some of the highlights.
Nikki Glazer killed.
That was Unbelievable.
Killed
I loved it. It was funny.
it. She told him
People are
that.
getting offended. It's a roast. Relax. They're jokes.
Yeah, my daughter Todd does roast battles, and she was up in Hollywood about 4 or 5 times in the last 4 months, and she made it to the semifinal, 1 win away from being the 2024 champ. She lost in the semifinal, but it is brutal. I wouldn't eat like we get a little spicy on here. I wouldn't even repeat some of the jokes that she does on here. And people are like, oh, it's so mean, it's so dirty, but you're totally right, Todd. It's not. It's like that's the sport. And I liken it to boxing. If I went in the boxing ring and I beat the shit out of some guy, I don't actually hate that guy. It's just this is the sport we're doing. Afterwards, you shake hands, give him a hug, like, hey, good job. But like the sport is brutal. Like that's the point of it. So you shouldn't take the roast seriously. It's literally just the joke, guys.
Yeah, you're going back to Don Rickles, Richard Pryor. Like they've been doing that
Dean
for
Martin,
years and years.
Sinatra, that was.
But man, Nikki Glazer, she's like the dumbest thing you ever said was, "Hey, babe, take jujitsu," because now his wife's dating this jujitsu instructor. Oh my god! But it was, and the more brutal, the better. I remember the Comedy Central ones going back to like 2008, 2009 when they started doing them. I mean, oh my god, those are the best.
Yeah,
those are the best. And he had to have the balls to go up there. They know they were going to give him the business, and they sure did, man. It was a good one.
But then at the end, he had some good comebacks too.
Yeah.
Whoever wrote those for him, they did.
He was a little embarrassed, but then he had fun at the very end, which was kind of cool.
Wow.
Yeah, and at the end of the day, he's tall, handsome, and rich as hell. So jokes on you guys.
Yeah, so speaking of tall, handsome, and rich as hell, let's talk about me. No, let's get back to Todd. And you want to tell us? We got 2 of your movies we're going to talk about tonight, but let's talk about Darkness of Man coming out Tuesday. You sent me these behind the scenes pictures. You want to just anything off the top of your head you can think of the funny, like some funny behind the scenes or anything?
That was Christina. She was, remember in Terminator? She was a Terminator that fought Arnold
in part 3.
Christina, yeah.
Rise of the
Machine. Loken, her name is.
Oh,
yeah, Rise of the Machine.
That was in a makeup trailer.
Okay.
In between.
You got your own trailer, huh?
Yeah. Andreas, the PAs, he's an artist, and he did that for me on the trailer. It was kind of cool.
So like standard makeup, they're not doing any wounds or blood or anything like that.
No, we had wounds in this.
No, but I mean, in just a regular makeup, about how long does that take? If they're just doing standard makeup, no injuries yet.
Oh, it depends. I mean, the guys are in and out, but it's the girls that they take their time with. 20 minutes, 25 minutes.
Oh, okay, all right.
And these are a lot of the stunt guys. And then to the right is Luc LaFontaine. He's a stunt coordinator, great fight choreographer. And then James Cullen Brissac is throwing the finger, I think. No, he's standing next to Luke. He's a great director.
Real quick, we got some fun stuff in the chat here. Diesel said he watched Darkness of Man on Monday night. Where did you see it, Diesel? Todd told me it wasn't out till Tuesday on Apple Plus and Amazon. Let us know where you saw it, unless you found it through dubious means. And then Cobra Commando. Hey, I took that picture. Who is Cobra Commando?
Cobra Commando.
I can't see his picture in the avatar. It's very dark. Looks like a white man with a mustache and some goth makeup. I can't tell who that is.
Was he on set?
I don't know. Cobra Commando. We don't know your name, Cobra Commando.
Cobra Commando.
And just that title, Darkness of Man, it makes you think, something bad happened. And now, he has to dig deep and bring out that beast that we all have inside of us.
Diesel says he's going to see Darkness of Man at a drive-in this weekend. Todd, is it at a drive-in?
I'm going to see it at the drive-in this weekend.
Huh?
That's news to me.
Okay. Okay.
Still have drive-ins?
That's a new one. Hey, drive-ins are great.
Cobra Commando.
Andrea, that's Andrea. Andreas is he's got a pretty cool shop too in I think it's in Van Nuys.
Okay.
With all these action figures. Maybe if he'll comment again, he'll explain what it is.
Okay.
I'm gonna try to go see him one day. But yeah, Andreas was the one of the PAs on the set, and then he also was in the workout film I was telling you with James also.
Okay, very cool.
Cool, bro.
So yeah, man. So this is all behind the scenes. Filming
And
with the
that's
great.
in the middle. That's Peter. Peter let us borrow. When you see the car in the movie, the old Duster, that's his mom's car that she let us borrow to use in the film. It's a really cool car.
Yeah, it's a beauty. We'll get to it. It's this black. What is it exactly? You said a Duster, but what is
That's
it?
Christina again.
Oh,
Christine.
okay. Is this part of the film, or is this a photo I shouldn't have?
That was on the set.
I say that don't look like a trailer there.
Todd, you may have sent me the wrong thing from your
That
phone.
was at the Palm Motel in Van Nuys. We filmed scenes there. The Palm Motel.
Oh,
Oh, there
And
you go.
that's Chica. She plays the love interest of Jean-Claude that suddenly gets killed, but
Uh-oh.
she's really cool.
spoilers.
It's called Necroplasm. His shop is called Necroplasm.
Okay, Necroplasm
Hey,
is a
you'll probably
shop.
like that. It's a cool shop, I hear.
Okay, and that's a comic book shop. Where? Van Nuys?
In Van Nuys.
Okay.
I can get the address. I'll send it to
All
you.
right. I've been to Van Nuys a few times. Yeah, I go up to LA every once in a while. I'll look you up next time I'm up there.
Looks like it's pretty cold. You guys filmed this during the winter?
No, it was well, we started the end of December of 2022 into January. So there was nights that were really cold, and they gave us these really nice jackets to wear at night. It's kind of cool.
Okay.
I thought this was your European DJ outfit, is what I thought it was. But no, that's a jacket for the cold. What do we got here? This looks like an Instagram story. Is this on set too?
That's on set. Like we're having lunch, and I just said, "Hey,
all right,
cool. Hey."
And
I see the last one that had the bandages right here. That's the cover or the thumbnail for the trailer where he has the two bandages right there too.
And I tell you, the makeup crew on this, I mean, they were so incredible.
Nutritious.
And I was hungry, so I ate a banana.
Oh, there's Diaz. Nate Diaz, right?
That's Nick.
Nick, the older one. Nate's the younger one. Sorry.
Yeah, Nick has
what did he have to do with the movie? Was he?
Yeah, he has a part in the film.
Oh wow! Okay,
nice,
very cool. Yeah, I saw his brother fight last year. I think at T-Mobile Arena in Vegas. I think it was last year. I've been to a bunch of fights over there, so I can't remember which was which. But yes, I did see Nate Diaz.
Nick is a great guy. He's a really nice guy too.
Very cool.
And that's Christos. He's a really talented actor. He played one of the Russian guys.
And did you guys film this in the order that we would see it in the movie, or was it kind of like what determines that? What determines like the order that you shoot it in?
Well, it depends on the location.
Okay,
you know, pretty much. But it was kind of like a little bit, here and there. Nothing. It wasn't in order. Is that what you're asking?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Most movies aren't. Some people shoot the end very first, and then they go back.
Does that feel strange? Because like to me as a comic book writer and artist, I know some guys draw the pages out of order because they're like, oh, I like page 27, so I'm gonna draw that first. It's more exciting. I don't. I obviously write in order, and then I also draw in order. But I know guys that will draw out of order for the fun of it. Does it feel weird to act in a movie and then like, well, we already did the end, and now we're doing the beginning, and now we're doing the middle, and this part? Does that feel bizarre or no? It just
not because works. I mean, it's just. I'm kind of used to it because not every film, like I said, is you start the beginning to the end. So I mean, again, it just depends on the location, because if they get the beginning scene, they can't get it until the end. They got to shoot the beginning scene, until towards the end of the of the shoot. So
okay.
And was that the Duster that
that
guy's mom let you borrow?
Yeah, it's nice, really nice car.
Okay, who's this gentleman here?
He played the owner of the shop. You saw the trailer, right?
Yes, but it's been I didn't see it today. I saw it, a few weeks back or whenever.
Really nice guy. It was kind of cool with him because when Jean-Claude wasn't on set yet, I would be on set and I would read the lines with him, and he was so grateful. He goes, "Oh, thank you so much." I said, "Hey, that's what I'm here for. I like to help, And then once Jean-Claude came out, he was comfortable with the lines. So
Well, that's cool.
Really nice guy.
Very cool.
Yeah, I'm looking over the script.
Looking at the script or betting on the ponies. One of the two. We will never know. We'll never know. Oh my gosh. What is this?
Oh, there you go.
Oh,
Is that the Barrett 50 cal?
It is a 50 cal, yeah. And that was heavy.
Yeah, those guns are 30 pounds.
Gun.
32 pounds, I think those are. The 50 cals and the 416s. Those things are so damn heavy. But they have to be because you're putting, 50 cal BMG to that thing. It's gotta be thick.
This is the same gun Matthew Marsden had, right? As Schoolboy, right, Jericho?
Correct.
Wow. We had last week we had Matthew Marsden. He played Schoolboy in Rambo 4. Remember the British sniper, Todd?
Oh yeah.
He's a friend of ours, friend of the show, and this exact same weapon. That's funny. That's funny. Wow. Okay. He told us a story on set. One of the, I don't know if he was a PA or he was an extra or something, was handing the gun forward and had his finger in the trigger well and fired it into the air.
Yeah, it was the assistant to the armory guy on there. So he got a talking to. They said he didn't fire him. He stayed on set, but
ever since that thing happened with Rust, every set I think now we have safety briefings, before, during, and after every time we have a gun, and it's so important now.
Now I've asked this to other actors I've met and talked to. Has anyone ever? Why don't they just use fake guns that are molded from real guns, made and painted to look real? Like, why do you need a real gun in a movie?
Well, there are a lot of prop guns. Some of them like that. I'm assuming it's so hard to get close to making a fake one, but of course there's nothing in the chambers. Like I said,
right.
Coordinator comes out, Luke comes out and says, "Okay, look, guys, okay." Prop guy comes out, "Okay, look, okay, everyone's safe. Proceed."
Diesel says Jean-Claude looked great in the new movie. It's definitely a movie role he doesn't typically play, but he did great. That's got me.
I think a lot of Jean-Claude's fans are gonna really like this film. The hours were crazy. We would start like at 2 in the afternoon and then go almost, 2 in the morning, 3, 4 in the morning. So there were long days, but you have a great.
Let me ask you, because Jericho and I, believe it or not, Todd, neither one of us has been in a movie. Let me ask you, how much of that is filming? Like I'm standing in front of the camera doing lines or doing a stunt or whatever, and how much of that is waiting for lighting and blocking and stuff like that? Of that 12 hours, how much is actual?
You've heard the term. I'm sure Jericho has heard this. Hurry up and wait.
Yeah,
that's right.
A lot of downtime.
Okay.
So.
Okay. All right. So a lot. So like football, a football game is 3 hours on TV, but actual action, what do they say? It's like 15 minutes of actual running and tackling and throwing and all that. So so filming a movie is very similar, huh? A lot of setup and waiting and lighting. And okay.
Did that screw with your sleep at all? Because if you're going 12 hours, you got to get some sleep, but 2 o'clock in the afternoon comes quick.
With me, I've got insomnia, so I'll take like melatonin when I get home. But yeah, it does, and it also kind of messes your eating habits up, especially like on night shoots. If you start at 5:30 at night, they serve you breakfast, and then you get to 3 or 4 and then there's lunch, and then. So yeah, it kind of messes up. That's why, these days craft service has been a little healthier. They'll have vegetables, they'll have fruit, which is nice because back in the day, you had chocolate, you had candy, you just scarf up all that calories. So it does mess your eating habits up. But nowadays, I think it's a little more healthy.
Cobra Commander saying that night we worked in the rain. Is this something you want to tell us here? Was there a crazy night of rain filming or anything?
Well, there was a couple nights. There was a scene where I had to get out of the car, and then they had the rain, coming down because it was just a back shot, and we got wet. There was a couple nights where because it was so cold. You wouldn't think California, but California weather, especially in December at night, in the mornings.
Oh yeah,
we were cold.
Right. Near the coast. I live very, very near the ocean, And in January, February, it can get into the high 30s at night where I live. You know, it can get very cold. So I hear you on that, especially the closer you live to the ocean. Growing up, I lived about 7 or 8 miles away from the ocean. Now I live about 2 or 3. And it is 10 or 15 degrees colder where I live now than where I grew up. So, yeah, when you're near the water, it's freezing at night in the winter.
Yeah, I'm in the valley, so it's like, you know, once you get to the PCH, it's like 15 degrees cooler.
Right.
In the valley.
Right.
So,
Cool Rifle is The Fix a movie. The movie we're talking about here, Kaiser Schlinkenfuppen, is Darkness of Man, debuts on Apple Plus and Amazon Prime on Tuesday, the 21st. It's Jean-Claude Van Damme's newest, and Todd played a photo double and stunt double for the millionth time for the great Jean-Claude Van Damme. So.
But speaking of craft services and stuff like that, I'm sure you stay in pretty good shape, you know, great shape off, you know, when you're not shooting. But is there any kind of like fine tuning you have to do, or is there such thing as movie shape? You know, you hear guys in sports, you know, they'll stay in shape, but they got to get football shape or whatever. Like, is there a movie shape that you have to get into, or you pretty much pretty much ready to roll anytime?
I mean, I have a pretty fast metabolism, but on this film, you know, we didn't, you know, we had a, you know, like the suit, we'd wear the suit pretty much the whole film. But, you know, if there's a film and they give us plenty of time to, you know, do the fine tuning, of course, you know, you take advantage of that and, you know, try to eat well. But on the set, you know, this movie, we ate pretty good. We didn't have to worry about, you know, taking our shirts off.
Not coming out of the pool and flicking your hair back in
slow
the California sun.
Phoebe Kate style. None of that. All right. That is a badass picture. You got to frame that one. Put that in the living room, Todd. With that 50 cal. That's a nice one right there.
Just to have that over your bed framed, you know, just so people know what's up. You know?
Make a note of that. Okay. Noted.
Duly noted.
Well, here it looks like you guys are having a genuine laugh here. When you're not filming, when there's all that downtime, how much would you hang out with Jean-Claude or any of the?
We hung out a lot in this film. We were almost like, you know, joined at the hips because, you know, this film, it is a lot. No, well, I would compare this to. Did you see In Hell?
Yes, I did. Yeah,
it's similar to that, but I think Jean-Claude's fans are going to like this because, you know, of course they want to see him kick and the splits and all that stuff, but this is really something not different, but unique, you know, and his acting, you know, just shows. So I really think they're gonna like it. And it was fun because we would hang out in the trailer in between takes, and he'd have his dog Lola with him, you know, play with the dog, and, you know, we would just reminisce about, you know, everything, you know, the stories that I told you last time. Like, for instance, in China on Pound of Flesh, when Jean-Claude and I, you know, saved the cricket. It's just something like that, you know. People don't know, and then once I guys told you, yeah, people know it now, but it's just something. Memories like that you just cherish. And then
he's a big animal lover, right? Isn't he an ambassador for animal? Not animal rights, but like animal safety and conservation in an African nation, right? Like it was Congo or Kenya.
I think it's
somewhere.
Yeah, he loves. I love animal. I got my guys here. They're sleeping now, but I'll show you them maybe if they wake up. But yeah, big animal lover. Always, like, if I talk to him, always ask, "Hey, how's your puppies doing? And how's your mama? How's your papa?" So he's a very down to earth guy.
Why did the left have to ruin all that? Because I'm not like an environmentalist and a left-wing wacko, but it's like, no, I don't think they should pour lead into the lake, and you shouldn't be cruel to animals. Like, I get it, but you don't have to base your whole personality off of it, right? You don't have to destroy Western civilization because you love animals. Like, I love them too. Like, who doesn't? But yeah, that's just an irritating thing about the moral scolds on the left, you know, telling us all we hate animals. Like, nah, we love our dogs, right?
Love them. They're part of the family.
Right.
Sometimes, you know, they are family.
Right.
You know?
Oh, Stogie's getting up. Here's Stogie.
Oh, here comes Stogie.
There's Stogie.
Look at Stogie.
Stogie's a standard dachshund. He's 25 pounds.
Jeez.
Oh,
So
look
he's-
at the side of him.
So he's neglected.
He's a big he's a big boy.
You have a dog, right, Jericho, or no?
No, not really.
He's
My
got 2
mother-in-law.
kids.
You got two.
Yeah, I don't need one. I
Okay.
don't need any animals. I got 2. I'm good.
You've met mine, the Basset Hound. He's hung out with you, Jericho.
Yeah,
Jer-
Mr. Gene Parmesan.
All right. Jericho stayed at my house for like 2 nights last summer. He was here for Comic-Con. Guys, big Comic-Con stuff coming, by the way, for Big Man Comics, my imprint, and all the great books we're working on. I had some about 6 hours of phone meetings on Monday. Future is so bright, I got to wear shades. Amazing stuff coming. Going to be announcing some big things for Comic-Con. Going to have my booth there and possibly some other very exciting events at Comic-Con for you to attend in person. Nothing is confirmed yet. I don't want to say it yet, but I'll be saying it shortly. So, maybe Todd could come down. I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah.
I mean,
Where is it? San Diego?
San Diego Comic-Con, the biggest convention in the world. Yeah, the biggest Comic-Con in the world. So it's the Super Bowl of nerddom. Bring your deodorant, everybody.
Yeah, and your headgear, mouth guards, all that stuff.
Right.
Retainers. Yeah, it's crazy. It's quite a turnout, man. It was wild. I was surprised and pleasantly surprised in the whole thing. It's its own culture. Oh, that's Sticky Fingers.
That's Sticky Fingers.
Yeah, I know.
What's he from? I know that name. What's he from?
From Onyx.
Yep. Slam.
Okay.
Right, that was them.
That's right.
Another great guy. Really nice guy.
Fred something. I can't remember his real name, but yeah, Sticky Fingers. That's how.
Did you meet him when you worked in radio, Jericho? Or
no, didn't have the pleasure. But that song when I was about 13 years old.
Yeah,
that song was it.
Yeah.
So who does he play in the movie?
I was an 8th grader, so yeah, okay. All right.
Who does he play in the movie?
Plays he works with Jean-Claude in the film.
Okay.
Is he on Jean-Claude's side, or you can't say it's too much of a spoiler? Or?
Yeah.
Okay. Very cool.
So on
freezing
on what next Tuesday, when it comes out on Apple and Prime, are you going to have like a watch party? You're going to check it out as it premieres, or how are you feeling?
No,
about that,
it was
Todd?
no. We're not going to have any premieres, or we're just gonna maybe after it comes out, maybe something. But as of right now, I was told it's just going to be streaming.
Well, what about you? Like at the Senofonte household, you guys are gonna be watching it? You and Stogie, and what's up?
I'll be here, with Stogie and Stella.
Stogie and Stella and a 6-pack of Rolling Rock.
And Magnolia is here somewhere. Oh, here's Stella. I'll show you Stella.
All right, Stella. Streetcar Named Desire. Sorry.
Stella is the queen.
Is that what? Now, what is this dog?
She's
is
a doctor.
Oh, she's another one.
16 years old.
Woo.
And she acts like she's 4.
Okay.
Right?
So she keeps Stogie in line. All right.
Oh yeah.
All right.
Well, and then
she has Stogie when he comes home smelling like other dogs.
Baby Magnolia.
Oh wow.
Okay.
Magnolia. She's the baby.
I want Todd to keep going and pull out about 8 of those dogs.
Yeah, they all look neglected and abused.
And then no. The makeup on this film,
that looks
the
crazy.
makeup and the hair department, Monique, Jake, Eder, Oliver, all these, they did an incredible job on this film, and it looks so good.
Ooh, that's a nasty one. Man.
Now, when they apply a gash like that, an hour, 2 hours, 5 minutes, like what? I hear it takes long sometimes. And
I think for that, I'm gonna say maybe because I would get there earlier, so she has plenty of time. But I'm assuming that'll take maybe like 20 minutes.
Oh, okay.
A half hour, something like that.
What's the longest you've ever had in the makeup chair? Have you ever been like a ghoul or a monster and had a whole thing on?
Never had anything, with masks or anything like that, but just prosthetics, in the face, blood, and
you got to take your time with the gash, huh?
Oh yeah.
Whoops. But that looks crazy. That's a.
He
nasty
says, "Wild, how much you look alike." Yeah, You're not kidding.
Oh, that's from the Quest back in 1995.
Yeah, when I see these photos from the old days, it's like you got to be kidding me.
Again, the Quest, yeah.
You know.
Yeah, that's why when we had you on the first time, I asked, have you ever used your powers of looking like Jean-Claude for evil? You said yes, and I'm glad to hear it. I'm so glad to hear it.
In a good way.
Yeah, of course. You're a good guy, Todd.
Well,
things happen.
Melodic Method. Do Datsuns have a laid-back personality? Todd, you're the Datsun expert.
Laid back? Well, when they're tired, yeah, but when they're
when you blow weed smoke in their face, sure.
They have energy. Stella's because she's 16 years old. She's more laid back, but Stogie and Magnolia.
Are they diggers? Do they tear up your yard?
Well, we walk around, the property. Stella likes to dig a little bit. Magnolia, she digs. Stogie is he's an interesting dog. He's allergic to almost everything. So I got to watch him every time we walk. He's like allergic to air. But but they're great. They keep you young.
Right here. Is that the great Eric Roberts I see?
Eric Roberts.
Name a movie that Eric Roberts has not been in. This guy works. This guy loves acting.
That's the thing about him, man. I mean, he can be called to do a film to have one line, and he's there.
Now, is he? Someone told me, but I never looked into it. Is he like Julia Roberts' brother or cousin or uncle or what is he?
Brother.
He's a brother. Yeah. Okay.
But he has, I think, the most credits for a U.S. actor. There's a guy in India that has more credits, but he has about 800 and something credits.
Wow.
It's crazy.
Do you know off the top of your head, Todd, how many credits you have?
I think 40, 42, 43 maybe.
So you're almost caught up to Eric. You're right behind him.
Yeah, that's a lot. That's a lot, man. It looks like you guys have a good time. You guys had a good time on the set, and I definitely think that'll translate, into the movie.
Yeah, he was in. I told you about the rideshare killer I did.
Right. He was on the Detectives.
The detective in it.
Right. So yeah, he has that thing too. I don't know if it's hair, it's his handsome facial structure. He has that gravitas too. I buy him as a detective or someone important or powerful. I don't know. I just buy it. He has that look to him. So
still my favorite movie of his, and I'll take the heat in the comments because I know he's done some dramatic things, but Best of the Best. That's my favorite Eric Roberts movie.
That's up there, yeah.
Hey, I got some cool news just now. Tyrus, the pro wrestler and a good friend of mine, is wearing the Dean Cain All-American Lawman t-shirt on Greg Gutfeld tonight.
Oh, nice.
How fantastic is that?
That's nice.
That is awesome. Let me show. I know we're looking at Todd's stuff, but let me show everyone what I'm talking about, and we'll jump right back into the great Eric Roberts.
Tyrus.
I'm good friends with Tyrus, and he and I have some fun things coming up. I'll leave it at that. Let me drag this up here. So this is my website, guys. Go to bigmancomics.com right now. You can get Dean Cain All-American Lawman. I don't have a lot of the first printing left. Cover A is sold out. Cover B is sold out. Let's go look at cover C. I think I only have, look at that. It says 23 in stock. That's it. They're gone forever. Okay. And then I have 100 and something of E and F. So I had thousands of these. They're gone. They're gone forever. There won't be that's the first printing, right? There'll be second printings, other things, but you won't get this first printing after these are gone. But the shirt, Tyrus is probably wearing one of these two shirts right here on the show. And we made a shirt out of the A cover. And we made a shirt. I'd love to see it. I'll have to check out the highlights later. That's freaking awesome that he's wearing my shirt, though. I can't say anything. But Tyrus and I, we have some stuff cooking, and it's going to blow your brains out. But cool. Yeah. So that's awesome.
Blow your ass.
Very cool. It's not going to blow your ass. No.
Oh, that's not what you said?
No.
It's going to blow something.
Please go to Todd, did I send you one? If not, please DM me your address. You know what I mean? Just text me your address. I have some, and I would like to get you some because I tried to send it to all my buddies. But if you don't have it, Todd, please send me your address, and I will ship you The 110-page graphic novel of the year, Dean Cain, All-American Lawman. If you love Indiana Jones, if you love Romancing the Stone, if you love that James Bond stuff, that action adventure, beautiful women, awful bad guys, great dialogue, beautiful illustrations, and if you like Dean Cain, he smells minty.
So how long does that take you to do that one night?
110-page book. That was a better part of like 6 months to get that done. There was the holidays in the middle of it. We started in July, and we should have been done by the end of the year, but we were done sometime in February. Because the illustrator guy, he had some stuff come up in his life. But the book came out on time. I promised everybody the book would start shipping at the end of March, and we met our goal. So that's a thing that's very important to me as a publisher, is I do what I say for my fans, because in independent comics, a lot of these books come out very, very late, and people are not happy about it, and mine never do. Mine are always the highest quality, the best writing, the best art, and they come out on time.
It looks amazing. Wow.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, it was
Text
great.
me your address for sure, bud, and I will send you a package tomorrow. I'll stick it in there, and I'll send it over. So, yeah, I'm very happy that Tyrus is doing that. That's awesome, man. So let me actually text Tyrus right now and thank him, and we'll get back to the show. Sorry, I'm just on cloud nine. He told me he was going to do that, and it's very exciting. So
that's great, man. Yeah, I'm looking forward to watching this on Tuesday night. I'm gonna do a little premiere party of my own here on Tuesday and check it out.
You should keep that backdrop, Jericho. That's kind of cool.
Thank you. I will. I will take your advice, Todd, and I will keep it. And anybody who doesn't like it, suck it, because Todd told me to keep it.
Yeah.
There we go. Sorry, just had to text my buddy Tyrus. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Ooh, he's texting celebrities. Ooh.
Hey, I got a celebrity on the show. I got Todd. Todd, you're not chopped liver, buddy.
You
amazing action movies. Look, I don't have Eric Roberts hanging around my neck.
Yeah, for damn sure.
So there you go.
Cheesing it with Van Damme and a duster. So you, like my dad would say, you're shitting in tall cotton, Todd. Take it from this Moulian.
Hey, I didn't know what that word meant. I wanted to ask about all the bad words on The Sopranos, and I picked that one.
Oh, hey, let me see what's the most offensive word that I can.
Now you know. Now you're gonna forget it. Just forget it.
No, that's it. He'll be canceled. I'll see to it he's canceled tomorrow.
I'm not canceled. In fact, I've been renewed. Not just canceled, but not canceled, renewed. So there we go. Let's see. But okay, so moving on. So Todd, what's the funniest or craziest thing that happened on the set of this movie that you can remember with you?
Here's on the left, that's Jarrett, the producer.
Okay.
And then James, Jared first, and then James Cullen Brissac, the director. He worked with Seagal, Willis. He's worked with some big names. And the thing I like about James is he's a very relaxed, laid back director. And it's kind of cool because you're drawn to him. And I love to sit back and just watch him, because for me, the best acting class you can take is to be on a set.
Right.
You hear the lingo, and you can watch. You just listen to him direct, and he's really good at what he does.
Have you had some directors who are maybe his polar opposite, very intense, maybe kind of lighting a fire under the cast, and really, I don't want to say militant, but very structured? And I
think for me, Ringo Lam was a very intense director. When we did Maximum Risk, he was always like, okay, no, wait, Jean-Claude, come here.
Whatever happened to I thought she was stunningly beautiful, Natasha Henstridge. She was in Maximum Risk.
Yeah.
What a beautiful woman. Jeez.
I think I'm connected with her on Facebook, if it's actually her. Okay. But she did respond. You said, okay, I'm here. I'm assuming that's her. But yeah, she was awesome. Beautiful. There was a scene where I got to kiss her, and I think I posted.
Oh, jeez.
Poor guy.
I posted a picture on Facebook a few days ago, I think, and it was a scene where you just see the back of my head, and the close-up was on her, and then she's got to lean in for the kiss. And then I wrote something like, yeah, Natasha really enjoyed herself. She kept saying, hey, can we do a retake? Can we do that again? It's just to be funny, but yeah, she's really cool.
But yeah, that one didn't quite feel right. Let's get everybody back in here and do that one more time.
The lighting was off on that one. Can we do that?
Would you mess that scene up on purpose a few times?
But of course.
I'm sure that was a great day on set, man. I'm sure.
Oh, goodness. Oh, someone just sent this to me. Here we go, guys. Check this out. There you go. He's wearing the third shirt. That's the shirt you can get on there.
Was that your design? That's your design, right?
Yes. In the comic, Dean gets that shirt. He needs a disguise at one point in the story, and he stops into this like tourist shop in Mazatlan, and he ends up getting that shirt from a little kid. It's a really fun scene, and you can actually order that shirt on bigmancomics.com. You can actually see the drawing behind the photo of Dean there, and in the comic he wears that shirt for like half the story. Jericho, you read the comic, and it's a very cool scene how he gets that shirt. Yeah. So that's kind of like his look, his logo, his whatever. So that's awesome that Tyrus is wearing that. Awesome. He told me he would. I talked to him on Monday. He said he'll wear it on Gut Film. So that's cool. That's awesome he did that. Appreciate you, brother. That's very nice.
Good looking out.
Very nice.
And so this guy, he looks pretty young. So I'm sure he probably grew up watching Jean-Claude, and you mentioned Steven Seagal. So there's got to be, I'm sure he's a consummate professional, so he kept it under wraps. But
James and Jarrett, they work together a lot as producer and directors. I think they're in their mid 30s, late 30s, but they look young, and they're so young. They're young, full of energy.
There's got to be a little fanboy inside of them when they get to work with these guys that, they grew up watching.
Everybody has that,
Yeah. So what exactly does the producer do? I've never asked an actor this. What, or not only that, what does the producer do? But what is the difference between a producer and an executive producer?
Well, of course, the producers are the ones that get the money. Executive producers are ones that make sure the money is going where it should go. And the producers are pretty much responsible for everybody on the set. Okay. That's pretty much their job.
Melodic method. Producers pay the bills.
But on set, the director he's in charge, right?
Yeah.
He's top dog. Okay.
Director is the captain.
Okay. And so the producer would be like the XO, the second in command type.
Yeah. It was cool. Jared would be there. He's there every day with James, just to make sure everything is going to plan. So.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, man, it was like fun.
That was at the Palm Motel in Van Nuys.
Oh, moving on. Now, what is a Duster? I heard you say Duster, but is that is that the official name, or is that a nickname of that vehicle, or what is that?
That's the name.
That's the name of Duster. I'm trying to think what year it was. I think it's 70. You say 72? Maybe Andreas if he's still watching, he'll know the answer to the year of the car.
It's a Dacia Duster. No,
1970.
Oh, a Plymouth Duster. Here we go. I found it. They were made from 69 to 76. Good old Wikipedia. So, yeah. Okay, Plymouth Duster. Okay. It's a beauty, whatever it is. Jeez. Now, did you actually drive it, or did you just do shots like
no, wait, there's scenes where I drove it, and Jean-Claude drove it too.
Now, do you know how to, did you stunt drive? Do you know how to drift and do all those kind of things?
Well, this was just basic, just driving past the camera and
Okay, but not the 360 spin and then turn around and go the other way.
No donuts were made on this film.
Okay.
Damn it.
Donuts were eaten, but they were not made.
Yeah.
Donuts.
You always hate that in the action movies. They always have some.
Oh yeah, it's a 72. 72 Dodge Duster.
They always have a badass car that end up
72
crashing.
Plymouth Duster, yeah.
72 Plymouth Duster in like a ebony black. I'm sorry, Jericho. What did you say? I didn't hear the last thing you said, bud.
No, in the action movies, they always have, the star will have some badass muscle car and then ends up getting destroyed by the end of the movie. And if memory serves correct, Todd, I believe you said you were a fan of the
Eleanor
Mustang. You're a Mustang guy. So Eleanor would be your crown jewel muscle car.
My buddy David Shark Freilich, he's a stuntman actor. He worked on that Gone in 60 Seconds. And they used, I think, about 4 or 5 different Eleanors, especially, for the jumps. And it's just a beautiful car. It's just, She has
It
such
is.
a nice ass.
Ass
When-
end of the
when we were
car.
Jericho, when we were in Vegas in April, I wanted to take you to, but we didn't have time because you left. You were only there for that day. The Carol Shelby museum for the.
Oh yeah, off the highway there.
Yeah, it's free to go in, all that merch, and then they have the big bay windows. You see them custom making all those Cobras and Mustangs, and and then they have all kinds of classic cars on display there. When the Ford versus Ferrari movie, is that what it was called? The one about Le Mans and Ferrari and Ford and the
Matt
GT.
Damon.
Matt Damon and Christian Bale. When that movie was out, I happened to be in Vegas, and they had it there. They had the Ferrari from Le Mans there. They had the GT. They had them there. They had like soot on them and stuff. And like, oh my gosh, they had and they have a bunch just on display. Like you're not supposed to touch them, but like you're 2-3 feet away from these things. I'd go through my photo album to show you, but I don't want to bore everyone. But when you're in Vegas, the south end of Las Vegas is the Carol Shelby Museum, and where they make the custom cars, and it's free. It's free to go inside. And if you love cars at all, go there. It's freaking awesome. It's awesome.
Yeah, I'd say the Mustang Fastback is the greatest muscle car ever. Just the way it looks. I mean,
oh, right.
Fastback, that body style is just amazing. That's my favorite one by far. Is Mustang.
Yeah, the 67 Shelby Cobra and the 68, they're just, it's just the lines, and it's just a sexy car.
They're perfect. If I could, I would buy Eleanor. That one. Just give me that.
You could. You're loaded.
Well, we'll talk afterwards. Maybe not that.
You got the money under your mattress.
Yeah, that's why my back hurts. My mattress is lumpy.
Let's see. Someone here had a 73 Duster with the fold down rear seat. Nate. Nate. Naughty boy.
Yeah.
Naughty boy.
That's another great shot, Todd. That's another framed over the fireplace shot right there. So the Barrett 50 and the Nat right there, man. That's
cool. We got some cool shots.
Yeah.
I don't know
that's a cool one. Maybe not the banana shot, but this one.
The banana shot shows my personality.
Yeah, we
Your
don't
love of potassium.
I'm just telling you, you're going to get a lot more mileage.
Maybe, I'm not saying it's not a good picture, Todd. I'm just saying maybe not worthy.
I eat healthy.
You could have that framed over the bed, or you could have this. I'm just saying.
That's the one right there.
I'll flip a coin.
That'll make the panties evaporate. I mean, I'd love to see you get a deal from Chiquita or something because of that. But this one, know. This is a cool pick right there.
It could happen.
This was the gal who was the love interest for Van
Damme. Yeah, that's
Chica.
Same girl, Chica. Her name is really good actress.
Right. Looking very scary.
Well, beat up there, Todd.
Well, I was in a bad mood.
I would not want this face to tell me I had 3 days to pay the boss back.
I dropped my banana.
You want to piss Todd off?
Right.
Make him drop his banana. You're gonna get your ass kicked. Don't do it.
Who's this guy? We haven't seen him yet. Who is he?
That's Andreas Vol. I forget his name, but another really good actor. Really nice guy. I want to get his name right. Hold on one second here.
That's a nice suit you got on there.
Well, yeah, wardrobe was really, really cool in this one.
Was there a film where you really liked the wardrobe?
You know what I liked? I liked the wardrobe we had on the Quest because it was a period piece, and we got to wear some really cool shirts and pants. Okay, his name, I want to make sure I have his name right. Andrei Ivchenko.
So he must play one of the Russian guys.
Yeah, he plays a Russian guy.
Oh, he wasn't one of the Colombians or something?
Mexican
with that name and that face. Hey, Holmes.
Hey, it's Andre, fool. So
higher the sock, the downer the fool.
Speaking of the Quest, 2 questions. Did you ever get to spend any time with Roger Moore, aka Mr. James Bond, and the guy who played his nemesis, the Mongolian guy? Was he pretty?
Abdel.
Cool dude?
Abdel is one of Jean-Claude's really close friends from Belgium.
He was Attila in Lionheart.
Lionheart, and then
Is he related to Tong Po? Are they brothers?
Yeah.
Abdel and Michael?
Michelle Kesey and Abdel.
And this is from the quest here, right?
Well, I told you on the quest, there was one day where everybody was sitting outside eating, and who comes over with a pitcher of water but Roger Moore. And all I hear was, "Would you like some water?" And I look over. I said, "Wow, sure." Hey, Roger Moore pouring us water,
Oh, wow. What a nice guy.
That's just, memories like that,
Yeah.
Right.
James Bond filled up your cup.
He
That's
did.
pretty damn cool. He's my favorite. Of course, Sean Connery, my favorite James Bond. But Roger Moore was definitely
Roger Moore is my favorite. Yeah, and then Sean.
because he had some of his movies like not License to Kill. Damn it, the one with Grace Jones, Christopher Walken, A View to a Kill. That came out when I was a kid. So some of those, I grew up watching the ones from the 60s with Sean Connery, Timothy Dalton and stuff. But the Roger Moore ones, those were those are the ones I really liked as a kid. So he holds a special place in my James Bond heart. Roger Moore.
Well, very cool. So Darkness the Man, guys, check it out. Tuesday, the 21st. It is not coming to a drive-through. I saw Diesel say in the chat that was a mistake.
Or drive-in.
Drive-in, that a drive-through. What the fuck am I talking
Where does he
about?
live?
They're streaming everywhere.
Where is this drive-in? Where is it?
It's not. He said he was mistaken. It is on Apple Plus and Amazon Prime. That is where you can see Darkness of Man. Van Damme.
Put the pipe down, Diesel.
Yeah, way to go, Diesel.
Todd, he's a Raider fan, so you got to give him a little.
I agree with Mark. It's Sean Connery. Sean Connery by a mile for me. Because I don't know. They're just. I mean, you can't beat Sean Connery, right? Roger Moore, the guys are great. Timothy Dalton.
But
I like Timothy Dalton. The first James Bond movie I ever saw was The Living Daylights. I was like 9 or 10, and somehow I ended up going with my mom and aunt and uncle, I think, to the movies. And I didn't really understand the movie. I sort of paid attention, but it seemed like a boring thing for adults. But that was the first Bond I saw. So I always kind of liked Timothy Dalton, but he only did 2, right? Right.
Yeah, that one.
I like
Living Daylights and License to Kill.
Do you like Pierce? Do you like Pierce?
I think he looks great as Bond, but I hate the one we reviewed on here, Jericho, with the penis satellite thing and
GoldenEye.
GoldenEye's not.
Yeah, good. He's at the bottom of my James Bond list. I even put Daniel Craig above him. But there was George somebody.
Lazenby. George Lazenby.
He did one. He did one. I put him above Pierce. But that's a good point, Gabe. Pierce Brosnan looks like a good Bond. He looks good on the poster.
Right.
He's just not tough enough. Sean Connery, Roger Moore, they had that smoothness, and everything, but they were also a little tough. I didn't get that from Pierce Brosnan.
And some people say that like he's not masculine enough, but
yeah, I mean, hey, we got Roger Moore and Sean Connery, so I'm good.
Yeah,
those are the two best James Bonds.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of the new Bond guy, the blonde guy. What's his name?
Daniel Craig.
Nah, to me,
maybe.
I don't.
Maybe you'll be a fan when he turns into a black woman. Apparently, maybe you'll like that too.
It's gonna be awesome. It's gonna be awesome. So can't wait. And then James Bond can be like a social justice crusader around the globe or something.
Yeah, actually, I'm 007. I talk like this now.
Everything's upspeak. Everything goes up.
Yeah, actually, you're not going to take over the world because I'm going to stop you because I'm a strong black woman.
Bond, James Bond.
Actually, I don't go by James because that's like patriarchy. Just call me Bond. My pronouns are dumb shit.
Henry Cavill would make a great 007. I think so.
I think he would. He has the toughness angle.
Yeah, Henry Cavill.
The Superman. I think he would. He could pull off the tuxedo and everything. And definitely bed the winches.
As a former contractor and employee of DC Comics, I think they really fumbled with Henry Cavill. I thought he was a great looking Superman. He really looked like Superman. And those movies that he is in where he is Superman are not good movies. They are not good. Those Snyderverse, I don't like them. What, Todd, Jericho, maybe you like them.
I like Brandon Roush.
I didn't see that one. The 2005 or 2006 or what. I didn't see that one.
He had, the look, the Man of Steel, but he was kind, like Superman is. Good dude.
Now we all know the favorite Superman of this channel is, of course, Dean Cain, my good friend.
Yeah,
Right.
that goes without saying.
Of course.
But yeah, in the movies, I liked Brandon Roush as
right. So let's start off with a bang here. So okay, so Darkness of Man, guys, check it out. But we have another one Todd wanted to talk about. This is brutal.
What the?
Were you trying to do that trick? You flip a toothpick in your mouth here?
No. This is a film that James Cullen Brusek directed, same director as Darkness of Man.
Right.
He did this film last month, and he brought me on to give me a role, and I play a Italian guy that owns a strip joint.
What's the name of the gentleman? We say gentleman's club on this channel, Todd. What is the name of the what is the name of the club?
Oh, the strip joint?
What's the name of it in this? Because they always have a silly name, you know. Like
no, it's in Van Nuys too. I forget it. I forget what it was.
Oh, is it a real one? It's like named.
It was actually it was where we filmed there.
Was it populated with employees, or did you guys bring in some ladies to act?
No, there was some background actresses that came in, but it was just for like one day. But that is supposed to be a knife that I get knife up to the chin, and it sticks out. But initially they gave me a mouthpiece, and I put the mouthpiece in, but it didn't work, and then it broke, and I'm like, well, let me just put it in, and I put it inside, so it kind of worked. But
now,
yeah,
is that like sort of semi-hard rubber, or how does that work?
It's just like like a rubber, rubber.
That was
knife.
That was a stuntman in you, Todd. Like, I could just do it, stick it.
And that's Luc LaFontaine, the stunt coordinator. He was also on Darkness of Man, and he was on this film called The Workout. So initially, the first couple of days, I helped Luke out with just the stunt pads and everything. And then James said, okay, I need you on April 8th to play a role. I said, cool, so it's cool. Again, I got another chance to work with James, and, just a great guy, great director. And then I think the next shot is where Peter on the left, Peter's also in Darkness of Man. And you can see where he had the knife, and it's supposed to go all the way up into my
You played the
James on the right, and then behind him is Josh Kelly. So Peter on the left and Josh are the two main guys in the film.
Okay.
Wow. So I can see how it's easy to build relationships, with these guys. You go from project to project, like, hey, good to see you here. That's pretty cool, and build some camaraderie.
And I'm not sure of the release date, but maybe once it comes out, I can let you guys know.
Please.
All right.
This one.
Yeah, for sure. Let us know. I'm looking at Internet Movie Database right now, and I don't see a release date, but you'll let us know.
Yeah.
It says, I think is it post-production? Is it done yet, or is it still,
No, I think it's done. Maybe they're just editing it now.
Okay. So what does post-production consist of? Once, all right, that's a wrap. Everybody's, as far as the actors and everything, you guys are all done. So do you guys get into like ADR and stuff like that?
Well, that would be, James's job right there on the right. After you wrap, you go into the editing room, and sometimes they'll watch it. They'll watch the playback, and if they don't get a line clear, they'll call the actor in and have to loop it over. So post-production it takes time, and editing is very time consuming also.
Mm-hmm.
So you
going through the scene by scene.
The sleazy strip club owner who gets some free dental work, I guess, huh?
I get my head bashed against some lock. It's a cool little scene. I'm happy, I was able to do it. And this is Ashley Evans Smith, an MMA martial artist.
Oh wow.
Okay.
He's the one that beat Phelan Fox.
Oh, Phelan Fox is a transgender fighter, right?
Yeah, really nice.
Trans.
She's
nice.
She's very talented too. She's really nice. Chatted on set and really nice.
Yeah, it's cool when you get people who actually practice martial arts in real life, it comes across so much better on screen, than getting somebody that they trained for a couple months or something like that.
See, this is Angry Todd again. Angry Todd. This is
hey, he's about to get a knife through his chin. I'd be pissed off too.
Man. Come on.
Oh, here we are. Let's see. Yeah, so people are excited, Todd. Let's see. Mark said he was gonna check it out. I put that up, but I didn't read it. He's got to crash. He's got to go to bed. I think he's in Florida. So good night, Mark. We'll see you later, buddy. Channel member for a long time. I'll be watching the movie on Prime Tuesday morning. Thank you. Tell your friends, anyone that loves action adventure, anyone that loves Todd. Check this movie out, guys. Get it on Apple Plus.
There's a lot of people that love it.
A bunch of Todd lovers around here.
Oh, you're just a Todd lover, aren't you? The shirt is the most painful part of the picture. What are we talking about? Are we talking about this? I'm not sure. I'm not sure what this is in reference to.
What, the blood?
I don't know. Charlie, you have to clear that up for us. Chrome says, can't wait to see Jean-Claude's new movie, Darkness of Man. Looks really good. Thank you, Chrome. Tell all your friends. Spread the word far and wide that Jean-Claude and Todd Senofonte are back making awesome martial arts.
That trailer looks great, man.
It does look fantastic. I wish we could play it, but then YouTube gets all cranky, like, that's not yours, and blah, blah, blah. So, okay.
Well, technically.
So.
It belongs to Todd.
Here you are, smiling.
Peter and Josh again.
Little did you know that Peter would have a knife up your throat in just a matter of seconds after this was filmed.
Well, that's the wrench he has before the knife.
Wow.
Oh, they tune you up with the wrench first? Nice. What'd you do, Todd?
Hey, it's confidential.
Nate's meme says, my dad and I saw the trailer, I think, for Darkness of Man the other night. It looks good. All right, Nate, check it out. Please tell all your friends. And if you love it, tweet it out, Facebook it out, let everybody you know about it, because that's how these things work, guys. If there's word of mouth, that's the best kind of advertising. That gives it legs. And we know it's Van Damme. We know it's Todd. We know it's this great crew we worked with. So we know it's going to be awesome.
It's going to be hot fire.
And this one, yeah, see, it's all smiles at first. It's all smiles. So you get a knife up your chin.
Peter again.
Yeah. So, yeah, that was all you sent me from that film. Yeah. But, the plot of this.
Peter's also in Darkness of Man. You'll see him in the film.
So what's the plot of this one, the workout, without giving away too much?
Well, it's on IMDb. Let me just read it to you. I think I read it to Gabe earlier.
Yes, right before the show we were talking.
And Darkness of Man, too. I mean, in your words, I've seen the trailer.
So for the workout, after a tragic mob hit, an Army Ranger loses his wife. Consumed by vengeance, he abandons his workout video, plans to relentlessly hunt down the mobsters responsible.
There you go.
That sounds good. Some good old justified vengeance.
You want me to read the Darkness of Man one?
I want to read
in that voice. Yes.
Let me read. Sorry to interrupt the workout, but I'm going to read it like in a hilarious tone instead.
Go ahead.
After a tragic mob hit, an Army Ranger loses his wife. Consumed by vengeance, he abandons his workout video plans to relentlessly hunt down the mobsters responsible.
Oh, that sounds like more fun. That's comedy.
That sounds like a maniac.
Doesn't sound like a movie where a guy gets a wrench upside his head and a knife through his chin. That sounds more happy.
Let's see. And everyone I put in there because someone asked in the chat, Darkness of Man will be streaming on Apple Plus and Amazon Prime on Tuesday the 20th. On Tuesday. In May.
Tuesday, Brad.
Workout video plan. Melodic Mother is asking, what is workout video plan in that description of the workout? That means he was going to do a video workout plan? Like that was going to be the business for this guy, right?
I believe so.
Okay. Like Billy Blanks doing his Thai bow and all that stuff.
Billy.
Hey, Thai bow.
He's another cool guy. I met him twice.
Oh, yeah?
He was at the dinner where I met you.
Hey, that's right. When the first time you and I met, Billy was there.
What was that place? That was delicious. I don't even remember the name of that restaurant.
That was like that way somewhere.
I don't know. Yeah.
Is
that a yearly thing? Todd and I met in August, like 2 years ago, in Chinatown in Los Angeles at this really good Chinese restaurant. And there were all kinds of people from Hong Kong cinema, martial arts cinema, like a who's who. It was
a
insane.
famous was it the famous Bruce Lee? Wait. It was a restaurant where all the martial artists gathered one way. It's been so long. Was it 2 years ago?
Yeah, it was Ron Hall who put that on. Remember?
Ron Hall, that's right.
Ron
Yeah.
Hall did like blaxploitation kung fu movies, I think in the 80s or something like that, right?
70s.
In the 70s? Oh, okay.
We were sitting with Benny the Jet. That was cool.
Benny the Jet Urquidez, who I think has the best on-screen, one of the greatest on-screen fights ever, versus Jackie Chan in Wheels on Meals. Their fight in that mansion or living room is insane. And of course, we were also sitting next to the writer of Rambo 3 and many of Van Damme's movies, the great Sheldon Lettich. We're sitting right there with him. So it was awesome.
Well, in this film, The Workout, there are a lot of fight scenes. So you guys will enjoy this.
Right.
It's going to be kind of cool.
So speaking of the restaurant you guys met at in Chinatown in LA.
Hooters?
I hope so. That would be an even better story.
Chicken breast sandwiches.
There you go.
Because you go there for the wings, of course.
You got that right.
But you got that. You mentioned that you ran into Mickey Rourke a few times at this restaurant, Beverly Hills. We talked about your favorite dish, which is Alfredo, fettuccine Alfredo, made by the hands of your mum. So, in that vein, what is the fanciest restaurant you've ever been to, Todd?
Hey, that's the night.
The day we met.
That's the night Gabe and our eyes met.
Right. I'll let you answer his question about fancy. We'll get back to that picture because there's another guy in that photo too. But what was your question, Jericho? I didn't mean to step on.
Like you mean like
the nicest restaurant you've ever been to, like Michelin star, everything's tiny and beautiful on a white plate kind of place.
I don't really like go out to fancy restaurants, but I'm gonna say maybe there was a beautiful restaurant in Canada, Toronto, when we were filming Maximum Risk. It was the chandeliers, and I can't. It was on Yonge Street. Yonge Street is a longest street in Toronto. But talking about Canada, on Maximum Risk, we're talking about craft services. That movie, we had lobsters, we had shrimp, we had crabs. It was probably the best craft service I've ever had on a movie set.
Wow.
And then back then, even the little craft service tables, all like whatever you want, and if you didn't have, you can ask for it, they can go get it for you. So they treated us so well, like on those movies. But I'm not really into the fancy schmancy restaurants. I'd rather go to like Boulevard Burger right down the street, or
Hooters.
Jack in the Box.
Jack in the Crack. If you're from California, you definitely know what Jack in the Crack is.
So here was that
Fat Burger
in Fat Burger. That's a Los Angeles story. There's something about Southern California and fast food because it's the home of In-N-Out, McDonald's, Taco Bell, Del Taco, Carl's Jr., Jack in the Box. They're all from Southern California. That's where, and there's probably more. But
I like Del Taco.
Denny's.
I like Del Taco over Taco Bell.
Right. I mean, as a Southern Californian, especially a San Diegan, I just go to like Mexican, like real taco shops. You know what I mean? Like where they don't speak English and it's like taco shops like that. Yeah. Plus, I'm close enough to Tijuana. I can go down there. There's one called Tacos El Frank. I haven't been able to go yet because when I went, they were closed. They have like funny hours. But I saw today their Michelin star nominated Tacos El Frank, and it's just a cheap like taco shop. So I have to go there and try this. So I got a buddy in Tijuana, a friend. He's a fan of my comics. And I've been down there to have lunch with him twice. So I will be going to Tacos El Frank, and I'll tell you guys about it. But this was August 6th of 2022. This is me about 50 pounds ago. I'm down to 260 something, about 300 here.
You look like a center there, and now you look
right.
like a 10.
Come on, baby. We're losing. We're losing the LBs. Me and Jericho, too. Jericho's losing weight, too. It's awesome. But there's Sheldon holding the phone up. I'm moving my mouse over him here. And that's Paco Prieto with the black bandana. Paco was in Only the Strong. No.
So, yeah.
Only the Strong. And
Only
he
Strong, Mark
also,
Dacascos.
And
also
Lionheart.
this is Paco right here. This is Paco. Check this video out. Bills minus the dollar bills. That's Paco. And then Benny the Jet right there. And then that's family and friends there. But that's where we met at this crazy kung fu, like it wasn't an award thing, or what was it, Todd? I don't remember.
It was some type of ceremony.
Yeah.
I forget.
But there were the Sandman from Death Warrant. I met him, Jericho.
Sandman.
And,
Patrick Kilpatrick.
Yeah,
Patrick.
I got it. He gave me his business card. Actually, I have his phone number. I never called him, but yeah, he gave me his card.
Give him a
But,
call.
all kinds of guys from martial arts and Hong Kong cinema. It was crazy.
Yeah, that'd be cool to have Patrick Kilpatrick on here too.
Yeah. I guess I should hit him up for that.
He was one of those guys where he always played the heel, and he did it so well.
Yeah,
He was just great at being a bad guy.
Right.
he's got that face.
Right. So
he
yeah.
was also in Last Man Standing with Bruce Willis in '96. He got it pretty early in the movie, but yeah, he was in that too.
Right. So, Todd, you got the workout, and you've got Darkness of Man, both coming soon. Darkness of Man, Tuesday the 21st, Apple Plus and Amazon Prime. The workout, we don't know yet, but you'll definitely let us know. What else have you got on the horizon? I know, as an entertainer, you're from job to job, and sometimes you don't know in between. Anything happening right now, or you're still looking right now?
There's some stuff in the pipeline, but nothing that's solid. But as soon as I know, you'll know.
Of course. Yeah, that's kind of how it is when you're working in the arts and all that, it's everything's kind of it's in the air. And then finally, when the contracts are signed and you're on set or whatever, it's like, okay, now it's real. But you definitely don't count them until they hatch. Comic books, it's funny enough, it's the same way. It's like you talk about doing this comic, you meet with the editor at Comic-Con and different conventions, and you're going to do this, you're going to do that. It's not real till it's real. So yeah, you learn not to get too excited. Is it the same way with movies and TV where, oh, there's all this talk and then it doesn't happen? Like that would happen at Comic-Cons. Stuff like that.
Same thing.
Okay.
But what are you going to do with Stella and the crew tomorrow?
Tomorrow?
Yeah, you and the dogs. They usually get up and take them for a walk in the morning.
We get up, they go a pee, and then they come in, eat.
No, a pee. That's when you pee Italian style.
Yeah.
Just so everybody knows.
That's when you hold your dick like this.
And then we go for
You hold it like that.
and then we go for a walk. Stella enjoys her walk. She looks forward to that because she's getting up there. Her eyes are going a little bit, but she still prances, which is kind of cool.
So what's Stogie having for breakfast? Because you don't get up to 25 pounds on accident.
Stogie, well, we got the Hills Diet kibbles, and then we have the wet food for them, like the big sausage thing. Cut it up and sprinkle it on there. So they're spoiled. They eat good.
Yeah. Like I said, man, they look neglected and beaten. I wish they had somebody to love them. So it's a whole ritual though. It's a process. You guys have your whole routine.
Oh yeah.
In the morning.
Hey, it's not easy having kids.
Yeah, let me tell you.
Just wait till you have to send them to college, Todd.
Yeah. Wait till you have to send them to college. You're gonna lose it.
Wait till they start driving. Oh, goodness.
This is gonna be great, man. I'm really looking forward to this movie.
Uh-oh.
Where would you rank this in all the films you've done with Van Damme? Where would you put this for your personal experience? Not like, oh, this movie's better than Double Impact or whatever, but is this one you've had a lot more fun on? Was this one more stressful? Like, where would you rank this experience with other ones?
I think I'm ranking it up there because we spent so much time on the set and it was so cool to reminisce and talk and everything. And then when we had, when it was time to work, we worked, but we were more connected on this film than other films, which is kind of cool. I mean, it just brought back memories, and I really think Jean-Claude's fans are going to enjoy this. I love the name, Darkness of Man.
It's a great name.
Darkness of Man. It's a great name, and oh yeah, Andreas, I think Cobra made these shirts up.
Okay, very cool.
Crew. But yeah, Darkest of Man for me ranks up there, right with Maximum Risk and Double Team. But I remember telling you, I think the one film that I thought should have been released theatrically was Legionnaire.
That is so good.
It's a great film. And,
I remember that one.
In Morocco, but yeah, I think this film's going to do well.
Now, do you? And I love your story, Todd, on how this all got started for you. This journey of.
I'm not going to say it again.
No. You don't have to. I memorize it. I'll say it for you if you want. But
that's my bet.
I do love that story, man. How you're doing the Maytag thing, and then hey, you should here, let me get your here's my card and all that stuff, and it just before all the hey, follow me on Instagram and all that. You did it old school. But how's that first day on set? Is that still like butterflies in your stomach? Excited, when you get a new project, that first day on set.
You mean now?
Yeah, or compared to sudden death. Do you still get that?
Well, I mean,
excitement?
I don't think I'll get that feeling ever again, because it was my first time on this $35 million movie, and just the aura, it always stuck with me. Mm-hmm. I still get excited, but that kind of just stands alone, because my very first film. Now that I know, kind of like what to expect, but still, you still have that excitement, when you start a project, and at the end, you do get sad, because you build this bond with all these great actors, actresses, the crew. And like I told you back in the day, I always I'd like to meet everybody on the set, listen to their stories. They asked me how I started, then how did you start? Oh, you worked on that film. That's really cool. It's just the stories, are priceless.
Mm-hmm. Right. It's got to be like camp or something. You go and you're in this thing for a while, but it's finite. And then when it's over, it's over. And I bet it is sad, those last days, the wrap party or anything they have. I bet that is a pretty sad, bittersweet time. It's good and bad at the same time.
Yeah.
And what a great first movie to be on. And to go from, when did you shoot that Sunday? 94?
94 in Pittsburgh.
So from 94 to 2024. That's not bad, Todd. Not bad.
It's a great ride.
Yeah, that's great. And it's still going.
30 years. Going.
I'm holding on.
Yeah, holding on. That's right. That's all. Again, it's comics. It's not movies, but it is the entertainment industry. And I'll tell you, Jericho, to get into comics is hard. But then to stay in, man, because there's kids coming up and they can draw and they can write and all that. Mm-hmm. And it's like, woo, to stay in, it's something else.
You got to keep grinding, keep hustling.
Right. As you've gotten older, Todd, did the roles offered change, like the things they want you to do? Because you're not 25, So has it ever been like, oh, maybe your agent or whoever, like, oh, here's a role for the uncle or for the dad or maybe the young grandfather or anything like that? Have you seen anything like that yet? Or when does that happen to actors? In their 50s and their 60s?
It happens. It can happen at any age. I mean, but you just got to.
Well, if you're Mexican, they can make you a grandfather at 30.
You got to take what you can get. Well, makeup can do wonders, So, but yeah, I mean, if I'm offered a role or and it fits me, and even if it doesn't fit me, and they can make it fit, I mean, you never turn down a job in this business.
Sure.
Damn, Todd, 30 years in the game, man. Holy shit. That's amazing.
Where's my walking cane?
Right.
What? What'd you say? That's great.
So when you started, they were, now you got into talkies halfway through your career, right? About sound and
exactly.
Are you speaking of that? Are you like a student of Hollywood and all that, like the history of it and all that? Because I don't know much about it, but we all catch stuff on PBS or whatever here and there. And I saw some stuff about the history of the actual Warner Brothers going out there, over 100 years ago, and how that city was founded and how that business started. And it is actually fascinating. I don't know a ton about it, but what I've seen, do you know much about that at all?
I really haven't dug that deep into it, to be honest. But
Okay.
I'm always up to learning stuff. Like I said, that's why I feel as young actors and actresses out there, the best acting class you can take is be on set. Start off being background. Listen. Get the feel of the whole set. And these kids these days don't know what the meaning of check the gate means. And check the gate back in the day was when you're on 35 millimeter film. After the scene is done, the DP would go over with the flashlight, look in the lens, make sure the lens is clear. If you see a little hair in it, oh, we got to shoot it again. And then if it's clear, then you say, the gate is clear, moving on. So it's just little things like that, that stuck with me from back in '94. And I think today there are still production companies that do use 35 millimeter. Now we're digital and chips and everything like that. So
my kids did. My daughter lived in Hollywood, catty corner from the CNN building. She lived on the corner of Wilcox and Sunset for a year, and she was doing stand up there at the Comedy Store and all that stuff. And she did some background acting, and she was on The Good Girls, the NBC show with the redhead from Mad Men and the other lady. Yeah. And she was also on the Mexican biker gang, Mayans.
Yeah.
And then my son was on Ballers with The Rock and Russell Brand. And my son, very handsome, I think would do fine in acting. And he said he hated it. He did one day of background work. He said, Dad, I don't want to do that. My son has a very good.
I remember I told you this, in this business, you either love it or you hate it. You can't like it.
It's not for him. He told me it was not for him.
If you're not willing to, work 15, 16-hour days, 6 days a week, then it's not for you.
Mm-hmm.
And in those 6-hour days, there's a lot of hurry up and wait.
I remember he told me he got email or however it does when you're doing extra work. You get the email, you get a phone call or whatever. And it was for some show called Euphoria on HBO. And he ended up not doing it. But I remember he told me, Dad, I did the Ballers episode. And it was like, nah, it's not for me. So we're sitting for hours. Then we're on a bus. We drove to some location. And then I'm just like eating at a table forever while The Rock and Russell Brand are talking or whatever. And he said it was too boring for him. So you're right, Todd. According to my son, you're right that you either love this or you're not doing this.
Yeah.
So my daughter liked it, but she was in theater in high school and she has a stand-up and all that. So she did like it. So
there you go.
Let's see. I don't know what this comment is in reference to specifically, but Jack in the Box tacos, 1:30 in the morning, cracking.
Jack in the Box.
Sure.
Jack in the Box tacos, you get like 15 for $1.
That is the only taco that looks the same going in as it does coming out.
I love their breakfast sandwiches. They're extreme sausage. They're loaded breakfast sandwiches.
I haven't been to a Jack in the Box in like I think a year and a half. I don't think I have.
Time to go back.
Time to go back.
Time to revisit.
Tell them I sent you.
Oh, all right.
Todd said it's free, so what are you guys looking for?
Yeah. Welcome to Jack in the Box. Can I help you, sir? Yeah, Todd said you had a free breakfast sandwich for me.
Ultimate cheeseburger, please.
Yeah, please. Put it on Todd's tab.
I loved Jack in the Box until I moved back to California. I lived here from 86 to 99. Then I went to college in Colorado, and then I stayed there. I was there for 8 years. I came back here January 2nd of 2008. So I've been back here for 16 years. But when we would visit when I was in college, I couldn't wait to go to Jack in the Box because they don't have them out there. I think they do now, but they didn't have them in Colorado in the early 2000s. And now that there's, one, there's you can't go one block in Southern California without seeing the Jack in the Box. I don't go near them now because there's no novelty anymore. Now it's just like, oh, this is food for 2 in the morning, isn't it?
Yeah. I remember many a night going out.
And I like their variety. They got a lot of variety. I like the variety, though.
You know what they have that is delicious and shouldn't be? They're egg rolls.
Oh, egg rolls.
How in the world is an egg roll at a fast food place that good? That's ridiculous.
Get the egg rolls.
Well, now we know what you're doing after we get out of here, huh, Todd? Come on, dog. Let's go.
Oh, goodness.
Load them up. Load up the dachshunds. Let's go.
All right. Well, you got anything else you want to promote or anything else going on, Todd? Or
no, that's it. See ya.
Yeah. And that was Todd Senofonte.
He rolls off camera.
Those are the 2 projects I wanted to talk to you about. And again, once I find out the release date of workout, I'll let you guys know.
Okay. Well,
and
everyone,
I do have. I'm gonna make sure I text you or call you.
Guys, hit the like, share this out, and in the description for this video, there's Instagram, Twitter, X, and Facebook for Todd. Follow him there. Check him out there. Follow him a lot. He's inside the action cinema world, and I know you guys love that. So please follow him on social media. And everyone watch Darkness of Man, Tuesday the 21st. You have to wait till the 22nd because you're so busy. Fine.
You're such a piece
Watch
of
it.
shit.
Tell your friends. Tell everyone about it. And we'll be on the lookout for the workout. Jericho, you got anything you're promoting?
I'm back on X. That's my latest thing. I'm back on X after 5 years.
Okay.
At @green_Jericho. And kids.
You got kicked off of X for making fun of what's her name?
Alyssa Milano. She deserved it.
You got kicked off.
Yeah,
remember
I got kicked
back when
off
the commies used to run X before Elon bought it?
when it was Twitter.
You could
I
get
got
kicked
booted.
off Twitter pretty easy in the old days.
I sure did.
Yeah.
But kids, you've watched this live that we're doing for the last hour plus. And if you take nothing else away from this, take away these 3 things. Number 1, Darkness of Man. Number 2, check the gate. And number 3, don't say Mulian. That's all
I did not know what that
The
word meant.
trifecta.
Thank you, Todd. We appreciate it, man. Thank
We
you so
really
much.
appreciate you, buddy. Okay.
Thank you.